everybody, Siblingpower here, and today I am back with another Minecraft Redstone Chronicles. Siblingpower's Redstone Chronicles. And today we are going to be looking at the next item in the Chronicles, the Redstone Repeaters and the Redstone Comparators, because they're very similar, so I decided to put them in the same video. But yeah, so these are two items. They're not the same. They look similar, but they're not the same. Villagers, I'm gonna turn your sound off. Villagers, you're being annoying. Okay, so now villagers are quiet. And hello, Tom. But yeah, so the redstone repeaters and comparators, if I pull them out of the chest here, are exactly these. And they both act the same way, and that is when you place them down, they're facing opposite you. So yeah, like this is the back, and that's the front of both of them. So they both place that way. But if you're wondering exactly like what they do, well, they both do different things. So we got to start going over that with these items in here. So first we're going to look at the repeater because it's simpler. So the repeater has one basic feature, and that is the fact that redstone only extends to a certain distance. As you may know by now, watching these tutorials, it doesn't extend a perfect, I don't know, I forget the exact number, but it only extends a certain distance. So sometimes you want your power to get over there and it can't. So repeaters solve that problem. You can place them at the end of the last powered piece, and it'll increase its range. So yeah, that's what a repeater does. It's one of the things a repeater does anyway. So the repeaters also have, I think, two other functions, and that is acting as, well, maybe more. And that is that they act as a diode, which means that if you take redstone, put it here, put it here, put it here, and put it here, then I take a block and put it there, then I put levers on each one. Okay, so as you may know by now, these lamps, when you put a lever on them, get power, but they can also send power out, so it tells you when your switches are on and off. So what a redstone repeater can do is it can act as a diode, and if you don't know what a diode does, it's a device which can send power in only one way. It doesn't allow it to go back the other way, and that's what a repeater does. So if we click on this is the back of the repeater. You can tell because there's like an arrow on it. This is the back of the repeater, and the power goes through to the other one. But if we turn this off, the power will not go through in any other direction because diodes only allow power to go one way. So yeah, that's what a repeater can do. It acts as a diode. But what a repeater can also do is it can delay signal. So as you can see, in its current state, as soon as I flick this off, the repeater goes off. But another thing a repeater can do is it can delay the signal. So if I click it back once, you get a short delay. If I click it back twice, you get a little bit more of a noticeable delay. And if I click it again, you get another delay. Let me show you with a button because it's a little bit easier. So yeah, as you can see, it delays the signal about 1 second if you have it back all the way. So it can be used to make timers. So yeah, that's pretty much all the features of a redstone repeater. It can also power a block. You know how torches go out if they're on a block, so that's powered. So you can power a block like that, or you can power a block like that, or technically like that. There's a lot of ways to power a block, but a repeater is one thing that helps if, let's say, you need your redstone to go a certain way. But that's pretty much all of the features of the repeater. Actually, we'll probably still need this. Now let's move on to this thing, because this thing is a whole lot more complicated. So this thing, when you place it down, you'll notice it has more torches on it, and there are more modes. This one is, there's like modes to it. When you right click it, you change its mode. If you right click it, if it's off, this little button's off, then it's in a mode that does one of two things. If you power its back, it will put out a power from the front, I think equal to the power it's receiving in the back. However, if you power at side, it will do nothing apparently. I don't know these. Yeah, okay. So if you power its side with a redstone piece like so, it will go out. So yeah, it's pretty much that mode. It just makes it go out. For some reason it's not working when I give it more. Maybe it's because of something problematic. Maybe it has something to do with the power level. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, so if this power level going into the side is greater than the power level going in the back, power level is just how strong the redstone is. So the further down the chain you get, the weaker the power gets. That's why it can only go 15 blocks, because the power eventually dies. So if the power going into the side is stronger than the power going into the back, then it will no longer put out a signal when it's in this form. So there's two pieces here, but only one piece here, so it turns it off because this is a stronger power. So, yeah, that's pretty much what that does. It's not too complicated in that mode. But it's a bit more complicated in this mode. Actually, no, we're still on this mode. Why did I delete it? Okay, so yeah. This mode has two features. It can read the inventories of items, and it can also do what I just showed you, which was compare the signal strengths. So here you can see that it can actually read the inventories of items, and I believe it increases strength with item count. So like let's say I put in 1 stone, it's got a power level of 1. Does it increase with stone items? No, it does not. Okay. Does it increase with different types? It does not. Okay, so as soon as you put in items, it will start to put out a power. It's essentially telling that there's something in here. This works for anything with an inventory. This thing can scan anything with an inventory that can hold items like chests, hoppers, dispensers. It does work on dispensers. I'll show you. There we are. It is working. So yeah, it works on anything with an inventory. And the power that comes out is very weak. Like as you can see, the power that's coming out here is only 1 in strength. So you can increase that with a repeater, and then make it go wherever you want it to go. So yeah, that's one of the features of this block. Now there is one more feature, and that is subtract mode. Subtract mode is essentially takes the strength of the redstone over here, and it subtracts it. So essentially the strength, like the strength here is going to be equal to the strength there, but as soon as I do this, it's going to cut out because this is stronger, so it will have killed it completely. But let's go ahead and do this. No, let's go ahead and increase the length of this cord. And okay. So now when I go into subtract mode, I should cut out not quite anything because I haven't done it at the right distance. Okay, so okay, let me just put it in between. Okay, so hopefully I'm actually doing the right thing here. I'm trying to figure out how to work this because I'm not a master at these things. These things are really confusing. But yeah, so as you can see, some of the power was kind of cut out. Let me see if I just turn all of these off. Yeah, the power, it doesn't extend. Oh my god, I really can't understand these. It doesn't even help that I did research on the stupid things because... Oh, wait. Okay, now it makes sense. Okay, I was in the wrong mode. Okay, I'm stupid. But yeah, as you can see, so this power level is 1 less than this power level, so the power output is 1. If I was to increase this power level, now it's equal, and if I was to decrease it, now it's 2. If I was to decrease it again by going back, there's now putting out 3. So it's essentially putting out what is this power level? 1, 2. So what's? Oh God! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pieces. There's numbers that I don't want to do in my head. But anyway. I think it's 8. The power level, I think, over here is 8. I really wish you could just tell. Actually, I think with F3 you can now. Power level of 9. Okay, so if you see it's over here, you see my mouse, the Minecraft redstone wire, the power level is being told to you. So that's something that really helps because in 1.8 you can see the power level. So this power level right here going in is 8, which means that this thing is 9, which means I think it's receiving 8. And the power level over here, 6, 7, 8, no. It's reading this power. Okay. So this is power level 9, this is power level 6. So if you subtract, that's 3. And so what's coming out is power level of 3 here. So now that we have gotten that out of the way, and we now know that that is what subtract mode does. It just subtracts this chord from that chord. And yeah, that's pretty much what the comparator can do. So yeah, guys, I guess this was the thing. Did I forget anything? I don't know. Comparators are really, really confusing. I might have forgotten stuff. Oh, what else can a comparator do? Hold on. I'm gonna think to make sure I didn't forget anything. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. So I forgot. I wanted to show you what you could build using the features of the comparators and repeaters. Okay, so the item that I'm about to show you is essentially a arrow gun. That's the only thing I can describe it. So it's an arrow gun which automatically fires while there is arrows in it and not at any other time. So if you put down a repeater there, the thingy there, and then you wrap redstone around this way, and then you put that there. Okay. So essentially what you've got here is a rapid firing arrow gun. And what this does is, if I take any amount of arrows, it automatically fires them out, and it kind of flashes. And it automatically, as I just said, fires the arrows out at a relatively quick speed. Yeah, it's relatively fast. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I wanted to show you. It's a simple machine that uses the functions of these 3 blocks, and it automatically stops when it's out of arrows. So yeah, you could also actually use this if you cut this out and put in a piece of redstone. Now this is not being powered anymore, so it's not gonna shoot it out. But as you can see, this is flashing, which means you can use this as a clock. I forgot to include this in my clocks episode, so there you go. You can use that as a clock, or as I just showed, a gun. So yeah. Well, guys, that has been the redstone comparators and repeaters episode. I hope you have enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you want to see more videos, and I guess I will see everyone in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.